citizens of the free world. I am Hoverman Cop, defender of justice, defender of the people, defender of the earth. Outside the city of Hugon in Houston, Texas, a victim in his mid-20s laid lifeless in the middle of the road at East 32nd and Link Street. Police officers dispatched to the scene and arrived as quick as they could. Investigators from the Homicide Division of the Houston Police Department later arrived, and at the scene, they tried to question the witnesses and individuals in the neighborhood. No one wanted to speak to investigators.
Know who shot and killed a man found laying in the street in North Houston. Let's get straight to Michelle Choi live on East 32nd Street. Michelle, what is the latest there?
Steph, police found that man gunned down and killed laying here in the middle of this now blocked off street at 32nd and Link Road. As you can see, this is still an active scene this morning. The police were first called out here around 10:30 last night after several people in this area reported hearing multiple gunshots. Now, they believe the victim is around 23 years old, and while they haven't officially ID'd him yet, they do have an idea of who he is. They say right now they don't have a motive or a good suspect description, but say there may have been several shooters. Now, a big hurdle detectives are facing this morning is they say that folks in this area are just not willing to talk. They're now again asking anyone in this community who saw anything to please come forward.
We need the public's help. We need the public out here, the community, the citizens that live in this community to band together. If you have that information, give it to us. Let us get this young man justice and make your community safer for you.
If you have any information, you're asked to call Houston Police, or if you'd like to stay anonymous, you can call Crime Stoppers. That number is 713-222-TIPS.
Now to you citizens in that area, I plead with you. What if that victim who laid lifeless on the ground, what if that was your son or your brother or your father? You would want individuals to give any kind of information that could help the investigators solve this case. And so you should keep that in mind. Put aside your differences and understand that was a life. That was somebody's child. Regardless of the situation, we the citizens must not ignore people who die, who suffer. But we must unite together to solve the problems and the issues that exist in our world. That our world in return will be a world that is of peace and of justice. Now, there is a doctor by the name of Jay Lynn. This doctor, he has been arrested and charged with a second-degree felony for soliciting to have sex with a child. This doctor, his license is suspended. If found guilty, he should serve the time for what he did.
And we have new details in the arrest of an accused sexual predator. Houston doctor Jay Lynn was arrested and charged with online solicitation of a minor. Lynn is an assistant professor at Baylor College of Medicine. Channel 2's Bill Baraha spoke to Lynn's neighbors, and Bill, the state suspended his license, and now the school is also taking action.
Yeah, we're told he's been placed on administrative leave. I knocked on his door. He did not answer. I also called him. He picked up but hung up as soon as I identified him myself. As far as neighbors go, well, they were in shock when we told them about his arrest.
I'm worried about my grandchildren now. Stay away from the internet.
The news spread quickly. Neighbors in this Baylor neighborhood were stunned and disturbed by the arrest of Dr. Jay Lynn. Beverly Ginsburg says he and his family kept to themselves, very rarely even coming outside.
The fact is that I guess you think being a doctor and having his own family, but that might be under the guise of, well, I can do, again, whatever I want to do.
There is nowhere in the world can a society survive nor go on to exist if this world cannot even protect and provide the guidance necessary for our children who are our future. It is up to us, citizens of a free world, to make sure that no kind of violation, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, of effects will go towards our children, because that will have long-lasting effects that can shift our country from a country of stability to a country that is completely imbalanced as we see today, because we are doing things and going after our children in ways that is not normal, nor is it right in the sight of the Almighty God. And there are punishments and judgments that will and is coming for all who affect or bring harm to the children of God. Now, at a Walmart on the west side of Houston, there was a bomb threat, and all employees and customers had to evacuate this Walmart.
Moments tonight at a Walmart in West Harris County after an apparent bomb threat. This happened at the store off West Park and Highway 6. Fox 26's Natalie He live at the scene tonight. Natalie, what can you tell us?
Well, Jonathan, the good news is that threat is now over, and the store actually reopened about an hour ago at 8 o'clock this evening. Now, we did catch up with some customers inside the store. They say around 6:30 this evening, they were shopping for school supplies when they heard a message over the loudspeaker asking the dozens or hundreds of people inside to exit the store because of a bomb threat. Take a listen.
Everyone started panicking, and they just dropped everything and started running, I saw everyone grab onto their family members, and they just started running out of the store. And, I did the same thing. What if it would have been real? I could have lost my little brother or both of us.
Citizens, if you listen to that individual who was speaking, there's more important things in the world than the things that we hold on to that is made by the hands of man. Drop all things and consider this. When you appear anywhere in life, we must keep in mind now that we are living in quite some dangerous times where hatred and evil is rising more rapidly than anything, and is becoming more acceptable than right and justice. And we must also now teach ourselves and those connected to us to have emergency plans in place, to have second situations come about if what if game. If danger is to come, what should be done and how should it be done? And if we do this, we can better prepare for dangerous situations, because every second counts, and we must plan these things out with our loved ones so that we all can survive every situation to the best of our ability by planning ahead of time if a dangerous thing does take place in a store or anywhere in our society. And I pray now for the individual who lost his life, for his family, and I pray also for our world. Pray with me now. Father, in the name of Thee, in this world that we are living in is becoming more and more wicked. And I pray to you, Almighty God, that those of us who still have our right mind, that we would call upon you and always trust you, that you will cover and protect us in this evil world that we are living in. For you are the all-powerful and all-knowing one, and we do not understand all things. And I do not know why that young man who is in his mid-20s is now dead and deceased, but that those connected to him will carry on his life. And I pray that his family members will trust you and call upon you in their tears and mourning times when they rise and when they sleep, knowing that he is no longer present in this life. And I thank you that every individual who was in that Walmart was able to leave and escape that Walmart and no harm came to them. I pray to thee, O God, that you will continue to have mercy upon all of us who trust and depend on you, that we may have a peaceful end, practice justice as you see fit for us to practice justice, that peace may prevail and our society will be balanced. I pray in your name. This message is approved by me. Over out.